All right, folks, welcome to the Boneyard. Dr. Bones in the house. That's why we're running a bit late. So we'll just go right on. If you guys could please, we'll start with Paul here on this side. Introduce yourself and tell us your band and what you do, man.
I'm Paul. I am the lyricist and vocalist and also aka the lore master for the Beast of Nod. And that's pretty much what I do. I write and sing and help out with a lot of the other stuff that goes on with the band. And Dr. Gore here, let him introduce himself. He does everything else. So
we got another doctor in the house.
Yeah. But like Paul said, I'm Dr. Gore. I won't reveal my real name. You can dive into the literature if you want to find it. Yeah, I play guitar and write a lot of the music for the Beast of Nod. Yeah.
No, that's pretty sweet. And as I found out just recently, you guys are actually from California there, eh?
Yeah, we just recently relocated from the Boston area. Well, Dr. Gore moved out here about a little over a year ago, I think now. And then I came out recently. So we're originally from the New England area. But yeah, out in California now. And we have Shula Shane on bass now. So, and looking to complete the live outfit soon, hopefully, and get to playing some shows.
Yeah, word is, anybody in California, I know there's a few of you guys down there that watch. Maybe you guys need a drummer, maybe.
Yeah, that's the primary position we're looking to fill right now.
Yeah,
looking into practice space.
Ourselves in the foot a little bit because we'll get into it when we talk about the record, but we worked with Lord Marco, who is a very technical drummer for the last record. So the songs that we're gonna be asking our new live drummer to learn are gonna be pretty insane.
Yeah.
We'd be okay if they their own version of it, as long as the essence is there. But it's a tall task to ask of someone. Not that even our pretty technical too. So that's what we tend to do, though. Everything we do is hard.
Yeah, I really noticed that. Like even your bass is playing like a 6-string bass, is it? Or is it?
It's they've got a few basses. I think one is even a 7. I'm not sure if we've used it on our videos yet, but yeah, they're well equipped.
I had time to crack down on one. We've been so busy at work it's 10 o'clock at night where I am, and I just got in from work, you know what I mean? So I didn't have the time to do the proper research on you guys, actually, but you guys are definitely on my playlist for tomorrow when I have my headphones in, man. You know, I'll be there. I did get to see the one video, and every instrument you're playing, fucking 12-string guitar, 13-string guitar. What do you got there right there?
It's an 8-string. It's made by Equilibrium Guitars. That's a shop out of the Boston area, and I'm an artist with them. So this is sort of my custom guitar here.
Oh fuck, that's nice. Can't argue with that.
No.
So let's dive record. Give me some details, man. Like how did this record come all together? Like how did you guys do this?
It was a story, man. Literally a story, but also a story about a story. I don't know if you want to start off with what. Speaking of story.
I mean, well, we're a concept band, so everything we write about and everything we talk about is part of this sci-fi now multiverse that we've created. It's very much like a DC or Marvel comic book, and we've got. With this new release, we released imagery and backstories of 70 different, imagery of 70 different characters. There's probably about 100 different characters that we've described thus far. And this album tells, unlike our last album, which was each song was an individual part of the story, not necessarily in order. This new album is one big story from beginning to end. Each song will flow into the next as far as the story goes. And it basically tells the story of this intergalactic conflict and trying to save the universe, and the universe ends, and then a multiverse is born, and then we introduce like the new big threat. that we'll get into in the next one.
There's a picture of you. That's your new album there.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah,
It's
that's
the
multiverse.
I was able to read. I was going to ask you about, because nobody album really anymore. I thought I said that when I first started doing the show, and the more and more I delve into all these bands, there's a lot of concept albums. Like Empire to More just released one last year during the pandemic, with kind of a shit time, and it's completely these on Dante's Inferno. You know what I mean? So. I love concept albums personally. You know, I love that story and that detail you guys put into the album.
Yeah, man. And it ties with our old records too, which has been really fun. Like if you look at that album cover there, so you know that's the front cover, and the back cover even expands it into showing more of the scene. And there's all these characters. There's even a spaceship from our last album on there. It's all one continuous universe. But like Paul was saying, this is the first time we told a long, continuous, like hour-long story with it. So it's kind of cool. If you've been like listening to us for a couple of years, you'll pick up on that.
I'll get back to the beginning then, I guess. Hey,
we have it all on our website. We have a whole encyclopedia. So if you check out thebeastofnod.com, you can go check out all the characters, all the imagery, and then we have like summaries as well. And then we also have like if you go to our Bandcamp or our website, we have synopses of all of our songs, so it tells you what that's about and stuff like that. So you can, if you just like the music, you can just like the music. But if you really want to do a deep dive, you can do a deep dive. And there's lots of little references to other media and other bits of science and all kinds of stuff that's interwoven into the story and the characters and also the music itself sometimes. But it was also a real, I think we were started talking about before. I mean, getting this album produced through COVID was quite a challenge.
Oh man, everything went wrong.
Yeah, we had a plan B for everything, and we had a plan B and plan C. And that's though how we ended up. We linked up with Lord Marco to do drums because we didn't have access to our practice space. So our drummer at the time, we couldn't do anything about it. So if we wanted to get this done, we had to hire somebody that could do it themselves, and we got some great collaborations out of it too. We got a solo from Joe Satriani, one from Michelangelo Badio.
I read that in your article, or like your little bio that I was able to read today in the truck. That's pretty fucking cool, man. Like, how did that come about? Just not, So
that was just so funny because of COVID, I think. So I mean, there a lot of the guest artists on the record we sort of knew from the tech death community, things like that. But obviously, we didn't know Joe Satriani or Michelangelo Badio personally. But Joe Satriani, we just sort of reached out to his manager, and it turns out he was home because it was like the earlier days of COVID. Just, I guess his tour schedule maybe had fallen through or something. And he was like, yeah, I dig this project. Let me, let's go for it.
So, yeah. And like our inner 15-year-olds were very happy about it. So, I mean, we ended up turning what was a really difficult situation into something that was really positive and a lot of fun for us, which is one of our main goals. I mean, you don't do this type of thing if you're not having fun with it. So we were able to have a lot of fun with it. And that was, we were able to produce this album and still get it out at about when we hoped to get it out too. So we were able to keep it on track for the most part too, despite all the difficulties. And now we're, moving forward too, but we're trying to build upon what we did there. And but yeah, hopefully we'll find somebody that can fill Lord Marco's shoes and also play all these solos along with him.
Yep. No, that's good that you guys kept it together. Like you said though, you guys had multiple plans just in case. Normally you don't hear that. Normally we're like myself, I'm a fly-by-nighter, I guess, in that sense, where I just kind of wing it as we go, But you guys had it. Sounds like you guys are just, it's like a true passion for you guys. And even to write the stories to both albums, to have it all collaborate. So it's not even just a collaboration album or a collaborative album. You got two that are the same in that sense. So,
Oh, yeah.
do you guys read a lot then, or are you guys like huge science fiction fans? Because I read a lot. That's why I love the albums and the fact that you guys have a story. Next time you guys are on in a couple, whatever, your whole story, because that's gonna be just.
Oh yeah, I lost you for a second at the end there, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the first question, I do think we both do read a lot, and I can at least speak for myself that I'm a giant sci-fi and nerd fan in that realm.
100%.
I read a lot of comic books, and that's one of the main influences. But anime and different sci-fi movies and shows, and everything from Star Wars to Star Trek and everything are certainly a bit of an influence.
Yeah, dude. And I mean, if you think about, if you turn off the vocal track and you take the guitar parts and put them back into MIDI, listen to them as synthesizers, it starts to sound a little bit like cheesy '80s music a bunch of the time, if not kind of bombastic soundtrack music. It's all, both story-wise and compositionally, it's all nerdy at heart, and that's kind of the core of what we're doing.
Love that.
Yeah, well,
do you guys like play D&D or anything like that, or?
Back in the day, I did a lot.
Yeah, I used to when I was younger, and I actually just met a new friend that I might start playing with again. But I do still play a lot of games, and Zelda and Final Fantasy and Castlevania are probably my three favorite franchises. So that's.
I gotta say, Castlevania when I was a kid was one of my favorites, man. I always wanted to hunt vampires and shit when I was younger, right?
Yeah. So definitely still an important part of my life and what we do and that influence. And other bands too that like Death Clock is something that we enjoy and that and that kind of stuff. The campier side of metal when people are having fun that we really enjoy and also metal itself. The concept bands, everybody from I mean, I don't know if Ailstorm is a full concept, but they have concept-y type songs, and you've got Coheed and Cambria, and the list goes on and on.
Oh yeah, FX may vary. You got D-Spell, you know what I mean? So we've actually have a D&D starting up next month, twice a month. They're gonna run a little D&D thing for us on the show. Maybe
that's cool.
Watch a few episodes. Maybe you'll want to jump in and put an hour or two, right?
Yeah, it'd be fun.
But, custom made around the bands, and there's going to be music stories. You got to go to hell to get your equipment back show tonight, right? Like, so
that's awesome.
I think Black Dahlia Murder released a D&D campaign with their last album, if I remember correctly.
Ooh, I don't think I knew that. That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty neat of them to do that.
So. Oh, that's actually awesome. For them to stick with it, you know what I mean? To be made fun of, I don't know. I got a lot for being a sci-fi fucking nerd and this and that at school, and everybody I meet now that are like rock stars and shit, they're all just as nerdy as I am, man. You know what I mean? It's awesome. Yeah. So, you guys have merch? Yeah, obviously. Like, is that all on the website and stuff for you, or?
So it's all up on the website. There's CDs we ship internationally, stickers, stuff like that. There's
T-shirts.
If you look, there's T-shirts, yeah, and the T-shirts that are available actually change out over time. So it's like there's limited releases of different shirts right now. So it's good to keep an eye on those. If you see one you like, grab it.
Yeah, we should be releasing
a year. Oh, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
It's a little bit quicker than that. Usually every couple months or so we'll have a new one. But we're probably going to have some new ones relatively soon. You'll probably see an announcement about that in the coming weeks.
Yeah. Nice. So who does your artwork then? Like as far as the album covers and e-shirt designs and stuff, is that you guys as well then?
No, we've got some really talented dudes that we work with for that. So the art for the album is I think his name is Fuak Kwan. And we found him, I think, through DeviantArt or something. But it's just totally random connect that ended up being awesome. So hopefully we'll see him again.
Nice.
Yeah, and then the character art and a number of the other things we've done. Omar is awesome, and he does a great job. He's also great to work with. He's done a ton of stuff for us, and also he's done a couple of the covers for us as well, the previous releases. So
nice.
really awesome guy for us. We worked with a couple other people over time as well. We always tag them, photo credit them, and stuff. So if you're
Nice,
curious,
for sure, man. Always, right? Like,
so, but definitely Omar and Folk, definitely want to support them. They did some really great work for us.
I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, but Jack Hingier. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, but he's done the art for some of our singles as well as the EP from a couple of years ago, and he's a ridiculously talented artist too.
Yeah, and both Jakir and Omar are really fast.
Yeah,
like incredibly fast. So it's really cool to be able to work with people like that.
yeah, you give them really the idea, and then 2 weeks later they have your whole fucking thing drawn.
Sometimes a day later, man, it's crazy.
Yeah. Omar will be like the next day. Here's a draft.
Oh wow,
which is
wow, right?
Yeah, awesome. But I guess after we did our character designs, I guess he got a little bit more busy because it helped pick up some business for him, which is good.
Yeah,
so,
no, that's excellent.
But we're definitely going to be continuing to work with all of them. Well, at least Jakir and Omar. We'll probably try to work with Folk again, depending on availability. And there's definitely going to be more character designs over time, and we're definitely going to continue to expand everything and build on everything that we've already built.
That's awesome. You guys have built like a foundation to work off of now.
Yeah.
You could go anywhere with the story, I'm assuming, the way you're writing it. It's an open-ended in that sense, no?
Yeah, that's the point. Like, we don't want to continue to recycle like bad guys and stuff like that. We want to continually have like a new thing to push forward. But part of the reason that we went from a universe to a multiverse is so if we want to just tell something, another random story, we can. And we have like kind of this unlimited sandbox to play in. And then musically too, anything that, because we usually will talk about the story before we write music, and then we'll compose from there. But sometimes, there's just some cool music ideas that come up, and then that lets us kind of retrofit a story to that, if we want. So that way there's no pressure, but it gives some balance to things to make the creative process a little bit easier, or guided at least.
I've got to ask, tell us a little more detail about this custom guitar then. That I keep seeing you hold.
Yeah,
I'm always detail on what you got rocking there.
Yeah, so this is an FT8 from Equilibrium Guitars. So this is like the Ferrari of extended range guitars. It's just everything you can imagine. Just the shape of the neck, the ways the woods work together. Everything is just basically flawless. So I can kind of show you what's going on here. Got this maple top here, showing a little bit of the body wood with that bevel. These pickups are Nordstrand Audio NDCs. I'm also an artist with Nordstrand Audio, and these pickups are just so articulate, and so they're passives, so they let you get that wide range of dynamics that you maybe kind of lack with typical active pickups, but they also scream when you want them to. So this equation takes a little bit. So this is sort of a custom inlay. This equation I also have tattooed on my arm. It's from quantum mechanics. It takes a while to explain, but it's kind of related to my background because I'm going to talk about this.
No way, so that's amazing, kind of dude.
Work that I do. And then if you flip it over here, you can see all the different woods that compose the neck here, and just that beautiful body wood. That black limbo is just.
Oh God! Wow.
Yeah,
that is amazing.
This is absolutely perfect for what I was looking for.
Wow. So, being a doctor and all, can we dive into that a little bit, man? I'm sorry, I got mosquitoes flying around me and shit here.
Yeah, sure. What do you want to know?
Where'd you go? Where'd you start? Like, how did you even start to realize that you understood that in starters?
I mean, I did a bachelor's degree in physics as an undergrad, and that was just came from a vague interest in physics, and it ended up becoming a strong interest in physics. So from then, I went to grad school. I went to MIT. I was there for about 7 years, a little under 7 years, and I got my PhD there. And then I decided to keep doing physics, and so now that's what I do.
That's pretty cool, bro.
He's also
what was that?
He's also a wizard.
Yeah, I put on the wizard robe sometimes. Sometimes I act like a wizard. I have another project where I'm a wizard formally. We won't talk about that right now.
Yeah,
we'll
but
cover that next show. When you guys are on again, we'll talk about
that. Yeah, talk about that. Nice.
We'll also, Dr. Gore, I keep screwing that up for you. Dr. Gore has engineered quite a few things over the years, including pedals and metronomes, and he just had a recent awesome guitar invention that got released. I don't know if you want to say anything about that.
I actually have it over here because I'm working on it. I can show you this thing.
Well, I would love to hear this, my friends. Like, fuck.
So I don't know if you saw, it was in Guitar World, the Metal Injection. This is Chris Letchard from Scale the Summit's new guitar. And I worked with Dave from Equilibrium Guitars to install an LED, a controllable LED fret marker system in this. So basically it's 168 LEDs, full RGB control, and you can do whatever the hell you want with it. So wow. I did the electronics for that. It got a lot of cool press the last couple of weeks. So I'm basically upgrading it right now for the next things he's going to do with it and get it ready for the stage. So it's an exciting time right now.
Oh, wow, man. That's fucking congratulations.
Yeah, man, that was definitely a fun project.
Yeah, no doubt. How long did that take you? Not to get off topic, but like.
No, it's cool. The original idea, he approached us about it in like 2019, the end of the year. It just got kind of slowed down during COVID. I mean, I was moving, I had to finish my thesis, but then COVID hit and sort of everything was at a crawl for a bit. But we wrapped it up.
Yeah.
Early this year.
Fuck, you guys all on everything you do. you had 3 just in case. You were all guitar. Like, I can't. Just I was not expecting to have a conversation today, you know. That was great.
Yeah, it's been a busy year.
Yeah, we try to keep it.
Yeah, no, that's awesome though. So, what are plans for the future then? You guys get up.
Lost you a little bit there, but
I think I lost you for a second. What's up, Paul?
Not much. Yep, technical difficulties.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Play the waiting room music.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll give him a second to come back on.
Yeah. Trying.
What's your favorite color, Paul?
I was actually thinking about this earlier. I don't know. I used to just obligatorily say black, but I don't really think that's actually the case.
Kind of a cop out.
Yeah, right. So what's yours?
Honestly, I can't answer because it depends on the context. You know, some colors look great in some contexts, some don't. So
I would think you as a purple guy.
Well, I mean, this was intentional.
Yeah.
The last guitar I really liked was purple too, but I sold that because I had no money.
Yeah, I think the contextual application of favorite color is also applicable to me. So,
Also kind of a cop out, but
yeah, right. Yeah, I tend to like green, but then I hate it sometimes. So.
Yeah, totally. Also, just like a slight change in the tint, and suddenly it's no good.
Yeah, like a neon red is really cool. A
Like
blood
this
red.
is shitty green. This is a really shitty green.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
shitty.
I don't know.
That's like I ate too many Fruit Loops green.
Yeah.
I bought Apple Jacks the other day for the first time in I think like 15, 20 years.
They're not bad, right?
No, they're pretty good. I'm enjoying it. I'm almost done with the box already. Yeah.
Nice.
So there's a few people that are watching this. They're like, "What the fuck are they talking about?" Yeah, we're talking about Apple Jacks and Fruit Loops.
Dude, do you have
Check that.
Lucky out by you?
What's that?
Do you have the Lucky grocery store chain out by you?
Yeah, you know what? And I went to buy myself a friggin' ice cream cake for my birthday, and they don't have ice cream cakes.
Oh,
Like, how do you not have ice cream cakes?
Safeway has ice cream cakes, I think.
Yeah, I need to go to Safeway apparently, or I don't know. There's a Trader Joe's or whatever around the
They'll
corner
probably
too.
have that, yeah. Dude, Lucky's pretty cool though. I went there yesterday. I got some
All
new
right,
shit.
I think I'm gonna run out and try and help DJ with its problems.
Okay.
Um,
I got spinach artichoke ravioli. I'm stoked on that.
what the fuck, dude? Cool. So
Yeah.
it's stuffed with spinach and artichoke?
Allegedly. I guess I'll find out later in the week.
All right, all right. Well, I
Yeah, I
hope
didn't,
that
I didn't do any cardio today, at least not yet. So maybe I'll do cardio today. Then I can eat that. You know, I like to, pair things up, cardio versus strength training. Eat the right thing.
you, know, you can take a day off. Like,
I do take days off. My body can't let me work out every day anymore. Too old.
yeah, you're too old.
Yeah. Well, it's your birthday. You're 52 now?
Yeah, I'm like 75.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And yeah, I took today off from the gym, but it's been going good. But my elbow's finally starting to friggin' heal with tendonitis.
That's cool.
So presses are going back up again. But yeah, I don't think
skin rock climbing. I'm losing some skin rock climbing. My calluses are all gone. There's this one problem I'm trying to do in the bouldering cave where like you just have to leap for this handhold, and like you just have to do a one-arm pull-up basically to pull yourself over. And I was trying this with this guy the other night, and every time we went for it, I just like scraped a bunch of skin off.
Nice. Well, very metal of you, you know.
Not really, because then you can't play guitar.
Yeah. One of my favorite Black Adam comic books is this time he's scaling this mountain. He lost his powers and he's trying to like avenge the death of his love. And he's climbing this huge mountain, and he ends up encountering a Yeti, and he disembowels the Yeti and leaves the Yeti alive and rappels down the mountain using the Yeti's intestines still coming out of the stomach. Yeah,
cool.
It's one of my favorites. So.
That's cool. Yep. What, like, in that scenario, what's really holding, like, are there a bunch of like tendons holding the intestines in place? What keeps things arranged? Is it just the pressure of other organs?
Just the desire to have that scene in a comic book.
No, but like practically speaking, if I took a horse and grabbed its intestines and tried to repel with them, like what would give?
Well, I mean, the visceral tissue and the connective tissue, and also there's the sac around the stomach. If that's not completely blown, that would hold some.
Okay.
So like you would have some resistance, but at a certain point, I think that the weight would probably break the connective tissue, and you would fall.
But I wonder what would break first. Like if I have a foot of slack, like I pulled a foot out, what would break first, the connective tissue or the intestine itself?
Probably the connective tissue,
Okay.
because the intestine itself is made out of smooth muscle, which is going to be stronger than the connective tissue.
Mm-hmm.
However, if it was pinned right up against either the hip, ribs, or like a really dense part of the tendons or the abs, that could be enough shear force to break the intestine rather than pulling the. So it would kind of depend on like how you swung out of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but but yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, there could be some. I mean, this could be tested. You know, get some pigs or some other carrion that might be analogous to human intestines and try this out from a safe distance. Yeah, the other issue would be too like the grip, because you
That's
wouldn't be able to.
too.
Yeah,
I think it was
My
my
dark.
book.
around.
I'm back, baby.
All right,
Oh shit.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
can hear you.
Yeah,
So
I don't
weird.
know what happened, man. My other phone just went all fucking weird. So thank you
Oh,
for
no.
hanging in there and shooting the shit. I appreciate that, man. You guys are awesome. Yeah. So let's jump. Do you guys have new material for, say, a third album?
We have ideas.
Ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, we were just coming out of this album cycle, so I think it'll
7 out of 10 deaths in the
probably
U.S. are
slide.
caught.
That's my computer finally starting to work.
Oh. It's all good.
I think it'll probably be a while before we. It depends. A lot of it's going to depend on, if we don't find a new live lineup and can't square that away, we may end up starting to write sooner rather than later. But it's not really. I don't think it's really on our radar right now. We have discussed a little bit of a Cosmic Crab EP at some point that might come next.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
We have
We'll
our work
definitely do something.
in terms of like playing this stuff live already.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I'm
that's
just-
more.
The pandemic, it seems like a lot of artists have taken the time to write like 100 songs, right? So they've got like 5 albums worth of songs now, right? So yeah. Turn
Yeah,
that
no,
off.
I know Will has some side projects he's been working on, and I have a couple that I've been working on as well, but those are still to come. So
Yeah.
definitely always keep
Next
busy,
time.
and then definitely
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, that's totally insane in that sense, right? Like, it's kind of was hard to do for myself, not being able to just hop in the car and go travel. Man, it was brutal. Couldn't handle that. Took a long time. Yeah, even with work, like we travel a lot with work normally. This is our first out of town jobs, and then the next 6-7 weeks I'm out of town every day now because now all the out of town jobs need to be done, right? So it's gonna be crazy. So making the move to California, was that like, are you guys happy with that choice? Are you guys loving it out there, or?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
No regrets.
Yeah. I think the only bad part, I think my cross country trip sucked. 'Cause I did it in February. And, besides that, it's been awesome. And man, I know Dr. Gore's been loving it, and I've been loving it since I've been out here. It's been almost a few months for me, and it's quite a change from New England. I literally drove out of winter, and so
Into the promised land. I know what it's. I used to be. They'd call me a snowbird, so I can work and live in the U.S. a dual citizen. So I'd come up here for the spring, fall, and then fly back home or drive home or whatever, and then work back there until it's fucking springtime again. Then I'd come here, right? So last couple of years I've had to do the winters. Fucking hate it. Hate every minute of it.
yeah, I got out here and I'm like, why did I ever put out with this bullshit? Like,
Just because it's snow. It's great.
yeah.
It
also never rains. I'm which is kind of odd. I'm starting to notice that.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you, because you guys are kind of Northern California. Because here in Ontario we get a rainy season, then it's hot for a bit, then it's fucking rainy, and then it's cold, right?
I think it's pretty much the spring and then fire season and then spring again.
Yeah.
It rains for like a month or something. But it's even not like the rainy season doesn't have that much rain compared to New England, you know.
Mm-hmm.
New England is so wet.
Yeah, and you get like a bad storm, you know, every few weeks or something like that. At least a thunderstorm or something, and
Exactly.
that never happens. It has yet to happen here. I think maybe once there was kind of an intense storm for like an hour. Since I've been here.
One storm I remember, and that was like last year. I think you got a storm that we didn't get here in the East Bay. But last year there was a storm around like August or something. I remember like the lightning is what started those giant fires.
Well, I noticed I have to clean my car more because no rain to clean up the dust. So just,
no, I was gonna say because I know needed to wash my car, and then we had a pretty good little rainstorm while I was sleeping, and I got up, my car was clean. I was like, perfect, thank you, universe. You know,
that does not happen out here. So
no,
but you know what? I'll take it over the snow. So
Same.
There we go. Apparently, I got to turn my camera back. I got news from backstage. There we go.
All good.
Yeah. Well, thank you for putting up with all the little technical difficulties tonight, man. I appreciate that. Normally, as I said, I'm at home, but fuck now I'm in the shop. We got multiple stuff on the go. We're building this monstrosity, right? And then we have all our other sites and shit. Going crazy. Now that the world kind of like Ontario, we're just I think on Friday, our patios are opened again. So we can. I didn't realize how much I missed sitting on a fucking patio drinking a beer after, you know, on a Friday or whatever, or Saturday, you know. What's it like where you guys are? Is it open now, or how's it going over there for you guys?
Pretty much open at this point. We were just in Vegas, for example, and it was like COVID didn't exist. Crowds of people, no masks, full bars.
Yeah, but it just opened up, and things are, there's a few things that are still not open till next month, but not because of the regulations. They're just waiting to open up. But yeah, it feels like it's getting back to normal. I've seen some shows are starting to happen at some of the venues in the area, so I'm looking forward to going out. You know, we got vaccinated too, so you know it's better. And but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing a show. I mean, it's been so long.
I know. I'm jonesing. You know.
And hopefully we'll be able to get out there and play.
Nice. I was just going to ask you about some local bands in your area that you guys might want to give a shout out to, man.
We got here before COVID hit right as we moved here, and you know it was already going on when Paul moved here, so we didn't actually get to like be part of the local scene here yet.
Oh, no way! I guess soon you guys will be able to.
Yeah. So, well, we do know a bunch of bands from New England, so I know Ice Giant's working on some new stuff. My Missing Half is always good. Dax Muerte, I guess, has got a show coming up soon. The list goes on and on. I talked to Dante from Before the Judge today. And we have friends in all different types of bands. We also have a lot of, like Will said, we have a lot of friends that we just have kind of met through the community online as well. So
yeah. No, it always seems to be like a tight community in the local scenes. You know what I mean? Like even here, it's a lot of it's like Cross Dogs, and you got Ship of Fools and fucking. They're all in cahoots in that sense, you know. Like they all, like if they have a show, hey, you want to play for us, and vice versa. Do you guys find it like back in New England, where you guys are from, like originally? Did you find that there as well, like very tight?
Oh yeah, we played
100%.
Yeah, we played. I mean, I think we played with Graviton maybe more than any other band.
Probably, yeah. Those guys are awesome.
And yeah, I mean, all the New England bands we loved. I mean, that was one of the things that made it the most fun, is meeting people and getting to and being part of that community was awesome. So like I said, I mean, I talked to some of them today, and we still keep up with them. They're all good friends and everything. So, and
No,
it's
that's
great to
awesome.
see. Some of them are starting to do more. The Graviton guys. Some of them are an atheist now, and everybody seems to be doing something cool and continuing on. So it's really good.
It's awesome to see.
No, it is. That's fantastic to hear. That just means there's going to be more amazing music out in the future. You know what I mean? So,
Absolutely.
cannot wait. But not to cut you guys off short on an interview or anything, but I'm pretty fucking tired, my friends, and I still
Okay.
gotta like drive home and fucking eat, and then be back here at. I might just eat and sleep in my car or some shit. I don't know. I'll just not punch out. I'll just stay on the clock. They could pay me for like 48 hours. Why not, right?
Cool, man.
But
right.
yeah, no, you guys definitely will have you back on, man. We can go on some a little more detail. Maybe I'll actually be in a fucking have a little more comfortable spot to talk, right?
Okay. No, thanks for having us. We really appreciate it. So.
Oh, anytime, man. You guys blew my mind. Just this time, I wasn't able to do the research I like to do and know a little more history, right? So, fuck, fantastic, man. I would have never guessed what we talked about tonight, right? So,
All right. Thanks, bud.
all right. Well, play it loud and play it proud, people. And you might as well take us off the air, Brandon. And